my coffee mug right now reads, drink coffee because adulting is hard. That's how I feel right now with the situation that is going on. So this video purely is to just give a lot of people perspective and just to give a lot of, a few people advice, if I'm honest, because a lot of stuff has obviously gone on in the UK at the moment. Like literally it is currently, I think the 18th of March. So I was supposed to be uploading my kind of Arnold's vlog, what I was doing over with Adam when I was in Denver, and kind of updates on shows, all that type of thing. But I wanted to release this video instead because I wanted to give a lot of guys' perspective. Over in the UK, a lot has happened literally within the last, not even 24 hours, I would say like the last 12 hours. In the UK, obviously, if you guys are from the US or anything like that, we have NPC, IFBB League, but we also have a lot of other federations in the UK. And currently, at the moment, as it stands, our NPC kind of federation, they haven't cancelled any of their shows yet, but most other federations, smaller federations within the UK, have literally just cancelled all their shows for the next 3 months. So obviously the NPC over in the US have cancelled all their shows until May 10th, which I think is in like, well, it's currently the 18th of March now, so I think that's like, I don't even know, I can't even quick maths right now, that's like just under 2 months. And there was just a big competition that was coming up and people were like 3 weeks out. I had 4 girls that were 2.5 weeks out as of today, and they're obviously their first timers as well, so they're absolutely devastated that they can't go and kind of showcase their physique and stuff. And this video is literally to give you guys a bit of perspective and a little bit of advice as well, because I've seen a lot of people going absolutely crazy, obviously because they can't showcase their shows. A lot of people will probably be feeling very lost, because I'm in the exact same boat. My show I was currently 7 weeks out, well, 6.5 weeks out today, and my show has just been cancelled. And obviously there's no IFBB Pro shows until after the May 10th, and that might even extend. So I'm also in the same boat as everyone else. We all are in the same boat. So whether or not you're a pro, you're an amateur, whatever league you are in, you are an athlete, okay? We don't do this just for a specific date and just to get lean. This is a deeper reason why we compete and a deeper reason why we do bodybuilding. My main concern is people worrying about kind of the hard work they put in, and obviously they haven't been able to kind of showcase it and stuff like that, which I totally understand. And I'm in a similar situation as well. But if you're worried about the process, the hard work process that you've put in and now it's been wasted, like literally just back up a second. The fact that you've worked hard and you think it's gone to waste, it hasn't gone to waste. I know obviously you haven't had a show, you can't showcase it, but if you think that hard work there's always going to be something at the end of hard work, you're totally wrong. You shouldn't just work hard because of something there's going to be something at the end of it. You have to work hard because you want to do it for yourself. That's the whole reason I do bodybuilding, because it makes me work hard for myself within everything I do, not just for a prize or a trophy or to be on stage. It's a greater view. It's so much greater than just getting on stage. And if you're afraid of the hard work, or if you think that the process has kind of gone to waste, then you are in this sport for the wrong reason, like totally wrong reason. And that's a massive truth bomb I'm gonna drop on you right now. And if you get offended, I'm sorry, but it's so true. I know people are pissed off, and I know people are wanted to showcase what they've got up, but it's happened. And if you're thrown massively off your game in terms of you think, do you know what, I'm just gonna fuck everything off and not prep anymore, not do this anymore, not do whatever, then you're not built for bodybuilding, I don't think. And I know, again, that's harsh, but it's true. When it comes to competing, we compete. Athletes that care about this sport to a deeper level compete for a deeper reason than just getting on stage. I compete because I love it. I do it for myself. I don't do it for the end goal. I don't do it for the the trophy, the placing, obviously that's a bonus. And I've always said this, it's a bonus to get the trophy, to get that first place, to get the top 5, whatever, to get an invite. It makes it succeed in so many other things, not just that. As soon as I found out the news about yesterday, like a lot of the UK shows kind of like cancelling, postponing, I was obviously upset for a lot of the first time people, more than for myself when my show got cancelled, because I know how hard it is, and I know you're very new to the sport, so it is difficult to kind of take that hit a little bit more, because I know you've absolutely worked your asses off to get to where you are, but we are all in the same boat. No one's show is more important than anyone else's, and we have to kind of look at this situation as there is a future. Like, there's always going to be a future. The show, I know probably everyone has been saying this over and over again, and it's probably getting really irritating to hear it, but the stage will always be there. The stage isn't cancelled. Like, everything else in life is not cancelled. It is just your show that has been cancelled. If you purely love this sport as much as I do, you will soldier on and continue until you know when you'll be competing again. We don't do this just for the certain date. We do it because it's our lifestyle. This is what we love to do. And for me, I've seen a lot of Instagram on Instagram where people are obviously devastated, and I'm obviously devastated. I posted like, look, it sucks that I was 7 weeks out, and I really in my head, I'm like, am I going to be able to go to the Olympia again, like this year? Because the cut-off point is in August. They've just cancelled all shows until May, and it might even extend. Are they going to be opening up the cut-off point? Is the Olympia going to be cancelled? Like, there's a lot of stuff that is running through my mind right now about competing, about life, all that type of thing. That is stressful, but like I said, we are all in the same boat. So we all have to pull together and be a team instead of I don't know, it's strange. Like, I went to the shops the other day, and just to get some, obviously, everyone knows, I know everyone's seen it all over Instagram, like, there's no toilet roll, there's no this, there's no that, there's no soap, there's no, and the queues are ridiculously long, like, throughout the shops and stuff, and it's really scary. Like, I went to just get eggs yesterday. I went to get eggs and some peppers for my breakfast because I didn't have any, and the queue was ridiculously long, and I was walking through, and people were like, trying to push past me and go faster to get in the queue faster than me. And I was literally like, go in front, like, it's absolutely fine. Like, there is fear running through everyone's minds, and I know everyone's panicking, but we all have to stick together. And like, I literally just sent a little note downstairs to my neighbour saying, like, if you're, because he's an old man, like, if you're okay, like, let me know if you need anything, like, that type of thing. And he was like, thank you so much, that really means a lot. Little things like that we need to kind of focus on, instead of saying, oh, my show's cancelled, like everything in my life is rubbish. No, because that is the least of your worries. Like, something like that in terms of competing isn't as important as helping others that are less fortunate. Right now, my dad's in Africa, and I don't know if he's going to be returning, because he's supposed to be flying back next week, and I don't know if he can. He's older. I'm worried for him. My grandma, she is also away, lives by herself. I want to go see her, but I can't because I don't know if I will infect her. Little things like that I'm worrying about more than shows. Shows are the least of our worries right now, because they will continue, okay? How we get through this situation is what we should be focusing on, more than the fact of we can't go to the gym, we can't do training, we may not be able to prep as effectively as before. What we had was a privilege, okay? And I've always said this, that prep is a privilege, and what we do is a privilege. We are able to work out as much as we do. Some people train 7 days a week, and we're able to do that. Some people can barely afford to go to the gym. Some people can't exercise because they're unable. Like, we are privileged to do this. And I think a lot of people are thinking about themselves and thinking, okay, my show's cancelled, my life's rubbish because I can't compete. But it's a greater view. We have to view it at a greater point, because that's not the be all and end all right now. That's the least of our worries. So I keep saying that, but it is. So we have to kind of think effectively what we can do moving forward. In terms of shows, I'm going to be staying lean. Like, I'm going to be staying probably in this level. Like, I'm not stage lean, but I was ahead of the game in terms of 6.5 weeks out, and I will keep this kind of condition or carry on to kind of leaning down until I know what's going on. I'm not going to stop prepping because that's kind of, this is obviously my lifestyle and I absolutely love it. I will not lie though, I did have a few little things off plan when I found out that my show was cancelled, and it hasn't affected my training, it hasn't affected my mindset. That's me just being completely, totally honest, because I'm always honest with you guys. But I'm unsure what's going on. We all are, but we all have to come together and realise that there is a greater purpose here and things that we can focus on now. We have so much more time. We have so much more time to improve our physiques. We have so much more time to do things, do the little things in life that we couldn't actually do beforehand. If you are currently being sent home from work because they are not bringing you in right now, okay, find time to do something that you've always wanted to do. Learn something. Do something that you know that you've wanted to do but you haven't had the time to because you push it to the side because you haven't had time, or you just haven't had the motivation to do it. This is the time to now do that. Don't just sit there and sit in self-pity. It's an opportunity. And I know this is going to say very cliche and like turn it into an opportunity, but do just that. Give yourself the gift of time. Don't waste this time that you currently have to just sit there in self-pity. Go out there and actually make something of this time. So learn something, do something. I know I know America's currently on lockdown at the moment. The UK, people are messaging me saying the UK seem to be doing fine. And if I'm honest, it's because I don't know why we're doing so fine, but apparently we are okay. But the government at the moment, they don't want to put everything on lockdown. As of now, this might change because things seem to be changing daily. That's another piece of advice that I'll give you. Take everything day by day because there's so much stuff at the moment that is going on and it's changing daily. So make sure that you don't just think, okay, I'm going to cancel everything. Because what I've had a lot of people at the moment is cancelling a lot of posing, cancelling a lot of sessions of theirs because obviously their shows have been cancelled or that type of thing. Guys, you still have to pose whether or not you'll be doing a show in 2 weeks versus 3 months. You will still need to learn to pose. So whether or not you do that through Skype or do that through in person to person, it doesn't matter. You'll still have to pose at some point. There's no point of panicking and cancelling everything because there is a future. And that's another piece of advice again. Don't think of just short term because there's going to be a long-term situation. If you were currently prepping and you were 2 weeks out, which is probably a lot of people right now, especially in the UK, if you were 2 weeks out and you have to stop prep because your show is now 3 months later, there is no point eating everything and reversing in a really bad way to then not be ready for 3 months' time. Because in 3 months' time, all shows might still go on. They might have fixed something, they might have found a vaccine. All of this stuff might have gone away in the next three months and shows will be put on. You won't be ready. It's the exact same as anything to do with business. Any small businesses, anything like that. Unfortunately, there are businesses that are getting massively affected and there's nothing they kind of can do about it because obviously the people aren't going to restaurants, going to gyms, going to bars, anything like that because of obviously this kind of situation, which makes sense. But when it comes to competing wise, don't think short term, think of long term and putting yourself in a better situation. And you can put that through business as well. Think of it long term. Don't think of short term situations. Obviously take each day by day, but don't change the goal, change the path. Don't change the whole entire plan, the game plan. You adjust, you reset, and you move forwards. That's all you have to do. And I think a lot of people, I know people are panicking, and I panic. I'm panicking for my business myself because I'm a business owner. Like, that's where my income comes from. I'm panicking because I've had cancellations, I've had clients drop, like, all within the last 24 hours. And it's scary, I know, but we all have to pull together and we have to think of all the things long term versus just going through short term situations. We only adjust and we push on to the future. We don't just kind of think about the now, okay? And this is why I wanted to put this video out there, because this is helping me as well, kind of get that out there, because yesterday, I will not lie, I had a breakdown, like a mini meltdown, because I was missing my family. A lot of stuff was going on. I was getting a lot of messages from clients, all that type of thing, and it was stressful. So I did have a breakdown, I will not lie. But I'm now sitting here really realizing that I'm grateful to be able to be in a good situation within this bad situation. There's a lot of people now that aren't in a great situation because they have to stay at home. And if I'm honest, that means less money for them if they can't go to work. That means shifts are getting cut. There's people out there that work for the NHS that obviously are risking their lives to help other people. There's other people that are obviously elderly, like your grandmas, your nans, maybe your mums and dads, that type of thing. This is what we should be worrying about more so, and helping the less fortunate if you are fortunate. So like that's what I wanted to obviously do with this video, is kind of bring that kind of realization to you guys, because I know a lot of people, their head is probably just busy and they don't know who to talk to, what to do. So I want this video to kind of put you guys at ease. It will get better. I don't know that for sure, because I'm not a scientist, a doctor, any of that type of stuff. But if we pull together and we think of long term, we don't think of short term, we adjust the goal, we adjust everything within our life, our business, and push forwards for the future, and don't think of, okay, this is the end, because it's not, okay? So this video is going to be very long, but I hope obviously this kind of gives you a bit of insight of kind of what my thoughts and feelings obviously are about this situation. And this is by no means any research has been done into this. This is obviously just my own thoughts and feelings, and I just wanted to put that out there for you guys. And if any of you are feeling stressed and worried, or don't know kind of what to do, please comment down below and kind of like just express how you feel. If I'm honest, this platform is purely to express how you feel. This is exactly what I'm doing in this video, is expressing how I'm feeling. So I want you to do the same if you feel like you can, just so you can feel a little bit better, because sometimes people don't have like someone to talk to about stressful situations, all that type of thing. So that's why I want this platform to be a place of expression. So we are all in it together. We are all in this together. So please see it that way, and don't be selfish. Don't be greedy in this situation, because it's hard for everyone. It really is. And it doesn't make it easier if we all just think about ourselves. Thank you guys for watching always. Please like and subscribe to my channel, because it really helps obviously support my channel, and we will get through this. And it's mad to think that obviously the world is obviously getting put on lockdown, but we will get through it. And one day we will all look past on this kind of situation and think, wow, we got past this. Do you know what I mean? Like we fought through this. So just look towards the future, and I think the future is very bright if we all come together. So thank you guys for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon.